What's up, Seminoles? I'm Irby here with this week's great moment in Seminole history. Environmental activists in Tallahassee say they no longer want to see lush green land turn into overcrowded housing and developed property like this. The League of Women Voters has been in existence for over 90 years, and they're a nonpartisan group. So all they want you to do is sign up and make your voice count. And for Melissa Terry, it's not always hard work and no play. She's also good for some kicks and giggles. And from handbags to helmets to a seat at the ESPYs, the second annual Let Us Play auction had something for everyone. The Florida Highway Patrol says the driver was heading north on I-10 when his truck crossed the median and crashed into the Capitol Circle overpass. They suspect the driver fell asleep at the wheel. Bell was not only an advocate for children and families, but she also formed legislation right here at the Capitol for those who suffered from mental illness, also known as the Baker Act. Although students are devastated by the death of their fellow Rattler, they are confident the FAMU family will overcome this tragedy, and the memory of Robert Champion will continue to live on. The vehicle veered off the road and hit this tree behind me, and you may not be able to see the missing bark now because it's been painted over. I'm Irby, and this has been your great moment in Seminole history. Melissa Terry, a recent graduate of Baylor University, is the new assistant strength and speed coach for swimming and diving, as well as the Seminole soccer team. Assistant strength and speed coach may be her official title, but Terry likes to view her role a bit differently.
I'm probably going to have to steal this from Jesse Collins. He says that his baseball players call him a strength and relationship coach, and that's probably the best way to put it. I know that the girls, use me to get fit and motivated sometimes, but a lot of times they come into my office just talking to me about maybe what kind of problems they're having on the field or problems they may be having in school, problems they may be having with their boyfriends.
In her first year at Florida State, Melissa Terry has already made a tremendous impact, not only on her athletes, but those students who aspire to one day be where she is now.
I've learned a lot about what it takes to be a strength coach and what they have to endure on the daily. She is very much so active in practice. She's on the field right alongside the girls, running up and down the field. She's not always behind her desk. It's more like a lifestyle.
Melissa is working hard to build a strong foundation with the coaches and her coworkers, but most importantly with the athletes. She believes this will aid in their overall success.
I think Melissa just brings a positive outlook to most of us because she's always giving us little inspirational quotes, and she just really tries to encourage us to be our best at all times.
And for Melissa Terry, it's not always hard work and no play. She's also good for some kicks and giggles.
I don't know if there was something out here, they had just mowed the field or aerated it or something.
It might have been from the grass or the fertilizer. She got a rash on her neck, and we didn't know what to do about it.
And my neck and chest and like the lower part of my chin had these red itchy bumps, and I was scratching my neck like crazy.
So we were like, okay, pour water on it. So she grabs a bottle and she starts squirting, and it was Powerade. So she poured Powerade all over her neck.
And so I just went from like red and itchy to red and sticky from the Powerade, and it was really unpleasant. It just made one situation worse.
Already making her mark on the Seminole athletic staff, Melissa Terry is now looking towards the future.
I think I'm going to really continue to build my relationship with the coaches, and I know that it's difficult early on, especially because I'm young, coming fresh out of grad school. The more I show them what I know and how much I can help build their program with little detailed things, I think the more they're going to trust in me and the more they're going to let me run with all the different things that I'd like to do.
As assistant strength and speed coach or relationship coach, whatever the title, Melissa Terry fulfills her duties above and beyond what's required.
She's so smart, and she's so willing to help other people. She bakes goods for the girls that are healthy and they taste good. And she excites them, and she excites me, and I hope she's here for a while, and she's great. She's great.
Whether baking or training, warming up or cooling down, Melissa Terry is clearly an all-around terrific addition to the Seminole athletic staff. I'm Irby for Seminole Sports Magazine. It's not just a man's world anymore. 2009 was one for the women at Florida State. It was a year that saw every women's team make it to the postseason, and their success helped the university earn a 5th place ranking in the Directors' Cup.
And men have been doing it for God knows how long, but just as a woman, it feels really good to be able to get my education as well as play sport and do what I like to do. So I think it's great.
The 2010 Let Us Play banquet was a huge success and couldn't have been possible without the hard work of so many, including the foundation's founder, Becky Spetman, who recognizes the importance of raising funds for female athletics.
We are raising money to endow female athlete scholarships. And so it takes over $600,000 to endow one scholarship. And so we can't do that all in one night. But we are just working towards a goal of doing the best that we can. And so hopefully over a few years, we'll get that one scholarship and continue on from there.
And from handbags to helmets to a seat at the ESPYs, the 2nd annual Let Us Play auction had something for everyone.
We have artwork, we have trips, we have jewelry, purses, lots of athletic things. We have football helmets, we have basketballs, we have signed things by coaches, we have camps for several of our sports. We have be a cheerleader at a volleyball game, those type of things.
In all, there were over 100 items up for bid. Along with the excitement of the auctions, the Let Us Play banquet offered those in attendance a chance to hear from one of the most decorated track and field stars in Seminole history, none other than Kim Batten.
Certainly been my tree of life in a sense. I think without a scholarship to FSU, I often wonder where would I have been had I not come to FSU. I've had the advantage of meeting lifelong friends. I had one of the best coaches in the world. I had an awesome career. So I'm really excited about coming back and being a part of a tradition that's long-standing.
When you let us play, we have more self-confidence. We work together and learn about teamwork. When you let us play, we work hard to graduate from school. We are a force for change in our community. Those words, let us play, sparked the inspiration behind the Let Us Play Foundation, working to raise scholarships for FSU female athletes. I'm Cara Irby for Seminole Sports Magazine. FSU has always had dominating backs. Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, Leon Washington, and Lorenzo Booker, just to name a few. This year, you can add 3 more names to that list: Lonnie Pryor, Jermaine Thomas, and Chris Thompson.
I think the most important thing with us is we're all committed to helping the team out, because it's most running backs at schools right now do the 2 and 3 running back systems, and it's always usually one guy, but you know, it had a backup come in every now and then, but we're really pretty much having the same amount of time going in and out, and I think we're not selfish about that at all, and that's one thing that's helping us be where we are now.
Along with commitment, junior running back Jermaine Thomas believes there's a bit more that the running back trio brings to the Seminoles.
We're just always communicating with each other, you know, just letting each other know on certain plays, you know, what to do. We always talking to each other throughout the game. You know, we have our meetings in the morning, so, you know, I think we're pretty close, you know, as the running back said, and just being able to just go out there and compete against each other, you know, no jealousy type thing or nothing like that, you know, just really just come a long way with this group, and I think that's why every week, you know, we're just progressing and getting better and better.
Now with the dash of commitment and a pinch of communication, you would think the Noles recipe for success would be complete. However, Lonnie Pryor had one last ingredient he feels makes for an offensive masterpiece.
I think Coach Grant, he rotates us really good, like especially when we need like a big run or something. If we need a first down, he'll put Ty in because Ty's more of the bigger back. Then you got Chris and Jermaine, which are like the little fast speed backs, and he'll put them in on a little fast play, something going around the end. But Coach Grant rotates us really good, which is a good thing, and it works good for all of us.
So what's the dream of any great college or university football player?
Before I leave here, I want to have a national championship. That's like my top goal in being here, besides having individual records and everything.
I mean, I just really want to win, you know, ACC championship.
But for these players, the dream of a national championship isn't all that drives them to achieve greatness on and off the field.
My parents, they keep me going every single day. They call, check on me, check stuff, you know, on the internet, all kind of things, and it all inspires me every single day. She always pushes me, and my stepdad always calls me, sees how things going for me, and just telling me to keep going, and you know, just I'm in a good place right now. Just let me know that I'm at Florida State, which is a good thing.
I probably have to say my family. Yeah, just growing up, you know, playing Part 1 of football, you know, just taking it way back and just things, you know, we probably had to go through back then and just looking at now, being blessed to be here, you know, and have an opportunity for them to see me play at a high level, you know, and hopefully, you know, one day can, you know, take it to that next big dream. But, I mean, that's probably been the most important thing to me and kind of how I looked at it.
The support of parents, cousins, aunts, and uncles is always nice. But for Lonnie Pryor, there's one particular individual that he feels truly makes life grand.
My grandma. She always, it's pretty funny. I remember the last game, 2 games ago, because I haven't been scoring in a while, and she told me the next time I score, make sure I throw my thumbs up, let her know that I scored and I didn't do it or whatever. And she called me that next day and she was like, "Well, where your thumbs at? Where you scored?" But she's the one I look up to. I remember she was telling me, I think she's 78, and I'm the only one in my family that ever went to college. And she's like, she says she's always sick time to time, and she says she's gonna hang in until she sees me sign that big check. So that's one of the main things that pushes me, just, you know, trying to get to that next level and make my grandma happy.
Between juggling classwork, practice, and games, fitting in some R&R is crucial. Among the players, there seems to be a general consensus on how that time should be spent.
Most of the time I'm home playing my Xbox 360 or with my friends usually. That's about the only thing I do.
Most of me and the teammate, we play NBA 2K, you know, and so we'll play each other, you know, after practice or something like that, and then we come back the next day and just be talking about how we be beating each other and stuff like that in the locker room, just joking around. And shoot, rest. I've been trying to go to sleep as much as possible, get my sleep in. But and the movies, I love movies, so I'll probably go and catch a movie here and there.
Probably driving my truck. I love my truck. I got a Chevy Silverado, and I treat it like it's my girlfriend. Probably driving my truck or just hanging out with friends, you know, playing video games, things like that. So just driving around, hanging out with friends, pretty much.
And with such a full schedule, who has time for girlfriends anyway? I'm Irby for Seminole Sports Magazine.